Familia de Lucha Libre Online, aquí te habla Pedro Vega, gracias por sintonizar otra entrevista más. Y aquí me encuentro actual firma de MLW, ex-MLW champion, Alexander Hammerstone is here with us. And Lucha Libre Online, how's it going, sir?
It's going great, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, thank you again for your time here with us. First, I want to thank, what was going through your mind when Cesar Duran announced your name that you were coming back and MLW? He said we're gonna sign the biggest free agent that is right now in professional wrestling. And Alexander Hammerstone went in MLW. The fans went crazy. What was going through your mind?
I was just trying to enjoy the moment, because that moment came on the tail end of a couple really difficult months, being injured. Obviously, being injured meant the end of my TNA tenure. Hadn't been able to wrestle at a high level, hadn't been able to train at a high level, wasn't sure what was next for my career. And to be able to return to MLW, a place that feels like home, a place where the fans, give me such incredible reactions and all those things. I was just, I needed that. I needed that moment, and I was just focused on enjoying it, embracing it, and really soaking it in.
No, and you like giving it the 100% because your match with Satoshi Kojima was a man. It was a great match. It was like seeing you with that athleticism. One man of your size, your strength, high flying, doing all that. How is that like wrestling with a former MLW champion? You did a hell of a wrestling match.
I mean, not only is he a former MLW champion, he's pretty legendary in this business. A lot of people don't realize how far back his career goes, and the big things that he's done and the matches you could find that he's been a part of. And props to him to still be able to go at the level he does at his age. But yeah, man, I was just I'm really focused on moving forward and building a new legacy. There's a lot I've done in MLW in the past, and obviously a lot of people like to reference some of the big matches and the big feuds and the big storylines as some of the great moments. But one thing that I told Court Bauer is, you know, that's not my legacy. My legacy is still yet to be built. So, I'm not coming back to MLW to do a victory lap and rest on my laurels and say, hey, I worked hard a couple years ago, so I just want to come here and collect a payday. I'm showing up to work hard every day. I'm there now. And that match with Kojima was hopefully the first of many good matches to come.
So you went into the battle royal for now getting with the two face to face I want to talk to you about. You have one with the current champion, that's Matt Riddle, and you have one with ex WWE champion Rush Desi. What was your mindset in that battle royal and those two face to face?
It's an interesting time the battle rat because you never know who's going to show up. Even if you think you've seen everybody that's in it, there's always going to be one or two surprises. But that being said, the most important thing to me was showing up and sticking my nose in every big dog's business. Because you could get through that match and you could kind of coast through it. You could hide in the turnbuckle and hope you make it to the end, or you could bark at every big dog that gets in there. And that's what I wanted to do because, my path in the current landscape at MLW is still yet to completely take shape. So that being said, I wanted to start as many stories as possible. I wanted people to walk away from that match saying, "Hey, man, what if Hammerstone goes off and faces Raj in a singles match? What if he gets a title shot with Matt Riddle? What if he gets this? What if he gets that?" There's so many new talents there right now. There's so many exciting possible matchups, and there's almost like not enough time to make it all happen. So it's definitely an exciting time for me. But that was my mindset at that time. Just bite off everything that I think I can chew, and if I can't, then I'll figure it out on the back end.
Talking about big matches, I wanted to recall you're going against Último Guerrero for the National Openweight Championship this June 26th in Melrose Ballroom in New York, Summer of the Beast. So you got one match, one legend in CMLL. What is the plan going to that match?
I mean, I said it on Twitter this morning. There's only one outcome I see. It's up for the Nightmare Pendulum, down 1-2-3. That National Openweight Championship is a championship that really launched my career into a really good direction, and it really kind of changed the trajectory of what I was doing. People started taking me seriously when I won that championship, um, and I got the confidence to take myself seriously. Now you put me in a position where I have the opportunity to do that all over again, and I like to think I can do it even better. So that being said, you know, history tells a story. I never even lost that championship. That was a championship that I relinquished when I won the World Heavyweight Championship. So my claim to the throne is still there. Um, First ever national openweight champion, and I think that belt has my DNA flowing through it. So I think it's almost poetic that I should win that belt back. It's Summer of the Beast. I'm the only real beast in that building. Come on, it's like the perfect story written for me.
So talking about the past in MLW, many people recall that you and Jacob Fatu have one of the best rivalries that in there in that company. Jacob Fatu is now in WWE. Do you ever get like do you wanted the chance when you did the collab with TNA and NXT you can get one on one against with Jacob Fatu? Because man, you guys did crush it at MLW.
Yeah, like that's kind of what I was referencing earlier with those being some of the best matches of my career. Matches that people still like to look back fondly on, matches that I still like to look back fondly on. It was pretty cool that when I did do the NXT crossover that night, Jacob was also happened to be on that episode of NXT. So,
Yeah.
it was kind of like a full circle moment for us to both be sitting backstage in the NXT locker room shooting the shit. Which was cool. But yeah, obviously, um, when people ask me that, would you want to do one more? Would you want to do it? Yes, of course. I would love to wrestle Jacob again if our paths cross, um, wherever they cross. If that opportunity presents itself, I think there's still a story to be told. I think there's people that would still like to see that story unfold. For as for as much as I like to think like, oh, that's something we did 5 years ago, it's all in the past. I'm reminded almost daily on the internet by fans that, that's something that they still, it still means something to them. They still wonder if it's gonna happen. They're still hoping. And the wrestling business is crazy. You gotta never say never. You never know what what things are gonna change, what paths are gonna lead where. So, I'm super proud of Jacob. I think I think he's finally getting to be recognized as the star that he is, and he should be. But that being said, I still wouldn't mind getting in there and roughing him up a bit.
So I want to ask you that match in in NXT that you have with current NXT champion Obafemi. Two beasts were going in the ring, and I think it was a great match. I was seeing the show. You did the angle with Tony D'Angelo, Tony D like hire someone to get the hit to Obafemi. How was that match? Two beasts in the ring, and as like a development superstar like Obafemi and I think you're a guy that is a current superstar. in your way going one on one with that beast? How was that match?
I mean, everything about that experience was just super positive, because um, for people that don't know all my history, I had multiple tryouts with the WWE over the years, and when the first time I was there, it's almost like, hey, punk, get in line, do your rolls, do your bumps, hit the ropes, and it's just like it's almost like a military boot camp where it's like you're just like this scum on the bottom of their shoe, and they're trying to run you into the ground, and to experience that, and then to experience the polar opposite where I'm showing up and every one of the coaches, oh, Hammer, so great to see you. We're so happy to have you. They're so respectful. Everything about that process was just so welcoming and encouraging, and they really set you up with all the tools to succeed. The NXT crowd was obviously gave me a very warm welcome, which is nice. We worry if you're going to come out to crickets, but yeah, man, everything about that experience, top to bottom, and then being in there with such a talented guy as Oba, he's one of a kind. He's like you said, he's a beast. He's a monster. There's a reason he's been able to do the things he's been able to do in such a short period of time. Nothing but respect for Oba. So yeah, it was just a great experience, top to bottom, and I'm glad I got to do it.
So I know you're going for the National Openweight Championship, but I know Matt Riddle's holding the MLW Championship, and you did the face to face with Ross Essie, like you said before. In the near future, can we see you once again going for that MLW World Championship?
If you're not gunning for the top, what are you even doing? Especially a guy like me who's been at the mountaintop. It's like once you've been up there, anything else feels strange. Anything else feels less than. You can't really look yourself in the eye every morning and be okay with just okay. Well, this is where I'm at now. No, it's like every morning I wake up, I'm looking at myself as okay. I am going to be that caliber of champion again. This is what I'm working towards. This is why I do what I do. This is why I don't take days off. This is why I don't let put on the brake pedal. It's always gas pedal because I'm working forward towards that goal. And it's like we talked about last time I won the National Openweight Championship. That was the rocket ship. That was the vehicle that directed me towards the top of the mountain. That's the vehicle that I used to get to the World Heavyweight Championship. And I don't see why there's any reason that story can't play out just the same. Obviously, there's a lot of guys who are going to get in my way. A lot of new matchups are going to have to happen. A lot of people that want to stop me, a lot of people that want to get there first. I'm just going to have to run a little bit faster.
Alexander Hamilton, I want to say thank you again for your time here with us at Lucha Libre Online. Great conversation we have here. You go into your match with Ultimo Guerrero. And man, good luck in everything you're doing in MLW.
Hey, thank you so much. I had a great time. Hope we get to do it again soon.